Jim Cramer says that it's time to sell all your crypto, which probably means that it's time to buy all of the crypto. We also have ADA being listed on Robinhood, Coinbase making a pretty massive mistake in Georgia, not the state, but the country. And of course, since it's Friday, the opportunity for you guys to ask me anything you want. You guys don't want to miss this. Let us go.
Let's go.
What is up, everybody? I'm Scott Melker, also known as the Wolf of Wall Streets. Before we get started, please subscribe to the channel and play your keyboard like a keytar to hit the like button. Y'all remember the keytar? It's my prerogative. Y'all remember the keytar? Y'all know about the keytar unless you're my age. Old people like me know about that 80s keytar. Used to hit different. Probably the greatest instrument of all time. As you'll notice, guys, because we have a little green today, the background's kind of a little bit green. Green for money, green for Christmas, and green for envy of anyone who got into Bitcoin earlier than yourself. Simon coming out hot with questions. How is your daughter feeling? As you guys know, last week, my 3-year-old son was rocking like 104 to 105 fever for 6 days. He got better on Saturday. And then, of course, anyone who's a parent knows this story, right? This is what happens, right? So the one kid gets sick. You all deal with that. Think you're maybe in the clear. My wife, away for one of her best friend's 40th birthdays for about 5 or 6 days. So what happens like 12 hours before her flight? The other kid gets 105 fever, obviously. So the upside is that a 7-year-old apparently can tolerate 105 fever like it's absolutely nothing. That's A. But B is that it's given me an opportunity to cancel everything and watch Star Wars with her for the first time. Everybody's asking. Yes, of course, we started with 4, 5, 6. Now we're doing 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. But yesterday I watched A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi with my daughter, who is awed by the amazingness of what they made in the 1970s and 1980s. But yes, thank you for asking. Things are better. Yeah, you getting it next. Obviously. So yeah, it's how you roll. Any parent knows that story that, hey, one parent's leaving. That means that I'm going to be stuck at home alone with one sick kid and one very angry that he can't do anything 3-year-old because the other kid is sick. It's how we roll. I know you can't skip them. Can't skip them. Tenacious B just out here throwing out random order to watch Star Wars. Nobody's gonna do that. Anyway, so listen, we're gonna do some news, and you guys can throw out some questions. Casual Fridays, then we're gonna get out of here. Not to whatever, but I somehow saw that Mike Alfred and Richard Hart are gonna be on Banter today, and then Mike Alfred at 10:15, about 45 minutes. Mike Alfred has probably been the most outspoken critic of Hex. I'm surprised that that's happening, but I almost am tempted to turn that on instead of Star Wars after this. Just because I need a little reality show drama in my life. Little reality show drama. But guys, let's cook through the little bit of news that we got here, and then we'll see what's going on. As I mentioned, this story, Coinbase mispricing allows users in Georgia, the country, to cash out for 100 times rate. Not bad. People who tried to cash out $100 were able to cash out $10,000 because they priced the national currency at $2.90 rather than $2.90. Oops. So a whole bunch of people got to cash out, which is pretty popping for those in Georgia, because $10,000 is a lot of money when you think you're getting 100. Now, listen, it's not the tens of millions that the crypto.com idiots sent to somebody, but still, you think you're getting $100 and you realize you can just go in there and get 10,000. That's a pretty big win. Christopher Walker says newsletter theme was scary. If you guys missed the free newsletter, which I'm scrolling the thing right down there. Today we wrote about the Forbes article that said that 50% or more of all volume in crypto is fake. But I've reached out to some of those exchanges to ask about it, and they're like, yeah, that's bullshit. Also, we know that every Forbes list about 30 under 30, 40 under 40, that's all bought and paid for generally and is kind of fake anyways. And Forbes generally allows anyone who wants to and wants to pay to write an article. So I would take it with a grain of salt, but still obviously worth discussing. Crypto derivatives traders bet on Ether staking yields doubling to 8% post-merge. Ether's price has surged recently in anticipation of the merge, and the higher yields foreseen by derivative traders would further enrich the ecosystem. And who doesn't like to have their Ether system, their ecosystem further enriched? I love getting further enriched. I know you guys too. But yeah, guys, we know what's happening here, right? So right now we have Ethereum futures outpacing Bitcoin futures in volume. So it says here, Ether now commands 50% of the entire addressable market, while 45% was the case on August 1st. So things are ramping up this month big time in advance of the merge. I'm not going to go through talking about all the different trades that are happening, the backwardation, the futures strategies, because I've beaten it all to death. But basically, a whole lot of people are betting on what's going to happen with Ethereum post-merge. They're looking to get those free, sweet proof of work tokens that they think are coming. And they believe that if they stake, that yields for staking in the smart contract for Ethereum proof of stake will double. A lot of bullish things going on for the Etherman. I'm not a Jamaican person. Snap's Web3 team apparent victim of 20% downsize. 20% downsize. Vitalik Buterin, no downsizing there. A former research and development program manager at the company says it chose to sunset the division in a tweet. In other words, Snapchat's struggling, and the first thing to get the axe is their shitty Web3 program. And frankly, do we care if Snapchat is coming into Web3? I don't care. Not really big news here. I mean, Snap, of course, their stock's up like 15% because of all the bad news, because we live in the Stranger Things upside down. But yeah, Snap is restructuring its business to focus on community growth. In other words, they got to fire a whole bunch of people so that they can try to stop sucking at money and making it. Layoffs come after Snap reported a net loss of $422 million during the second quarter. Absolutely getting housed. But we still live in a world where you can lose a ton of money and your stock can still go up. Shit, Amazon did it for like a decade, right? No big deal here. Ethereum name service touts third highest monthly revenue as merge approaches. Crypto domains are seeing a continued lift as the ETH universe prepares for its next major milestone. Listen, I don't know, any of you own ENS domains? I own a couple of them, because why not? Censorship proof domain name where you'll be able to send somebody Ethereum and ERC20 tokens without the complicated million characters. You can just do, hey, scottmelker.eth, something like that, right? That's cool. And it's cool to see because this is actually a signal of adoption. I think it's just very clear that right now people are extremely interested in the Ethereum ecosystem and things are going well. And speaking of things that are going well, Mad Money Jim Cramer says the Fed will take down speculative assets like Bitcoin. I wish the Fed would take down his whack-ass show. Listen, I'm not saying he's necessarily wrong, right? Listen, if you believe in the adage, don't fight the Fed, and you think the Fed's going to continue to aggressively raise rates, then you have to assume that risk assets are going to suffer, and no asset right now trades more like a risk asset than crypto. So, I don't necessarily disagree with the sentiment. I just know that if his mouth opens, the opposite happens, right? He said, don't get cryptoed in a segment. But to be fair, he said, don't get memed, don't get spacked, don't get cryptoed. You don't get spacked. That sounds bad. I definitely don't want to get spacked. I think that's what happens when you drop the soap in prison. Seems bad. But yeah, man, he's saying, listen, here's the quote. Look, Fed Chief Jay Powell told us that we need to stop doing stupid things with our money. I actually don't recall him saying that. What matters is that we just have to get through it intact. Don't get memed, don't get spacked, don't get cryptoed, and you'll get through this thicket and find yourself in a much better time when we are sufficiently oversold for a huge bounce. I didn't even know I was in a thicket. Didn't even know I was thicket. So maybe we've got a nice bottom signal here because Cramer's generally been wrong on crypto. Cardano gets listed on Robinhood with 88 bulls are running out of steam, risking 40% drop. It's quite a title. First of all, pretty cool that they got listed on ADA. Pretty bad that no editor apparently looked at this because it says TH Cardano, the Cardano. Market has witnessed back-to-back pieces of good news since August 31st from its listing on Robinhood, a U.S.-based retail investment platform to the release of its first lending and borrowing protocol, AADA Finance. AADA. AADA. A. Like Ave. Got to pronounce both A's. It's hard. Was that one of your college games? Asked Jeff, getting spacked. No, I was more the spacker than the spacky when possible. Guys make me say the dumbest things on this show. And I blame you generally, Jeff. Probably your fault. Yeah, so pretty good news. Cardano being listed here on Robinhood, but they're saying it could risk a 40% drop, and that's based on a descending triangle on the chart. So let's actually take a look at the 88 chart because I didn't bother. I just saw they said descending triangle. First of all, you've got this major area around 38 cents right there that we're hovering over. That was the all-time high in May of 2018 for like years. 3 years, right? So you want that to hold. But what they're talking about here, which I think is kind of whatever. We'll see. It is technically. You could say it like this, right? That's what they're saying. A descending triangle. Did I say ascending triangle? Descending. The idea here, guys, if you've never looked at one of these, right? You get this triangle, and then the idea is that you are bouncing. It's like a bouncing ball, right? Every time it bounces, it comes lower until it eventually apparently falls through the floor. That's what my balls do. Heavy. Very heavy. Oh, Irvin's here. Blippy. What's up, buddy? Mr. Boombastic. Romantic, fantastic, love Shaggy. Yeah. So that's what they're saying is likely to happen here. I don't know. Could happen. Could not happen because TA is kind of dumb. But I mean, there's really that's the bullish move you get out of a Robinhood listing now, 42 cents to 46 cents. Like this is hey, look, we're awesome. I mean, honestly, man, you can't even mess with this really until you're above like 74 cents, maybe here, and certainly above that blue line. So I don't know, man, not looking great. Let's take a look at a couple Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin 20,300, same as 19,300 or 18,800 or 21,500. It's just sideways. Ring. We already did the Ichimoku cloud shit yesterday. Nobody cares about the line chart. Ethereum's interesting here. This is the Ethereum daily chart, which I've basically been a god tier analyst on because I'm always right. 100% hit rate. Join my paid group. Greatest trader of all time, writing books about me. It's amazing. None of that's true, right? But we did have this beautiful ascending triangle here popped up, hit that target. We had the inverse head and shoulders, which you can see better on the 4 hour. And the dump down to the 16 right about this area. Well, now listen, with the 50 MA right here, this blue line, right? These are key if you're looking at daily charts. Like it's basically beyond a little bit here has basically mostly been under the 50 MA since it topped in the 4,000s, right? Got below, slightly above here. Yeah, we could have one of those right now, right? Kind of the same thing. Did that. So the question now is if it can get back above that 50 MA, which is trending up, by the way, with the 200 coming down, which could eventually give us a nice bullish golden cross, which not to be confused with the golden shower cross. I'm not Catholic, so that might have been racist or something for me to do that, or sexist. I don't know which one it is. But yeah, you were looking to get above the 50 MA. It's basically tested it 3 times here. So you want this. You don't want this. Right? It can be very interesting to see what happens here, but this is a key resistance and a key sort of reversion to the mean line right here. Grandpa Rock's buying more ADA. That's cool. I want to buy more ETH at 1K, Matt says. You might get the chance. Descending wedge. How is that looked at as bullish? Well, any descending pattern, if volume is decreasing, where's the descending wedge we're talking about? I mean, I guess, are we talking about ETH? I mean, I can draw you one, right? We could say maybe something like this that already broke out. If there's what you're talking about, I have no idea. You might be talking about, right? That was a descending wedge that's broken out. That's a bullish pattern. And you see that volume kind of decreasing. That's consolidation and head up. But I wouldn't necessarily, I mean, first of all, you'd draw it more like this. Nice break. I see that. If that's what we're talking about. Cool. Yeah, I don't know. But the reason the descending wedge is bullish is because it's basically a form of consolidation. Price slightly floating down after a move up, then you go up. Hey, what's up, Stonk Up? Yeah, xenophobic. I know, but whatever, man. It's not xenophobic. It's not xenophobic. It's agoraphobic. Have you been able to have any conversations with the Voyager insiders you know yet? Anything to share? There are no insiders anymore, guys. There's just public news. If they share anything privately that's not very publicly available, they can go to the jail. And then they're going to have to worry about getting SPAC'd. No, I have no insight. I haven't even been paying attention because, frankly, it pisses me off and I don't like being upset on a daily basis. Right? Listen, I mean, that's let's see what the stonks are doing. They opened high, going to come down, probably fill that gap, heading up. Dollar bill, y'all. Interesting spot, right? It was consolidating under that resistance. This is the DXY, the dollar. Broke through that resistance. By the way, dollar up means everything down. Dollar down means everything up. Looks like a retest here, but let's see if it fails. But if it holds 109.294, hold on to your dick holes because shit could get really ugly everywhere for everything. Anyways, now we're going to move on to the AMA section where you can ask me anything unless you're a dick, in which case, no. You messed with Solana. Yeah, well, I had a big Solana bag, but it's on Voyager. But yeah, I believe in Solana long-term and was buying it. Why is Litecoin not more popular? Because it's I don't know, like it's a kind of just like a Bitcoin knockoff, and coins that are old, nobody gives a shit about, right? I've talked about this before, but like everyone's like, what are going to be the coins I want to be getting now and accumulating in advance of the next bull cycle? I'm like, I don't know, man. They probably don't exist yet. Each bull cycle is usually some newfound project or newfound genre in crypto that you haven't even heard of, right? Like, I don't expect to be really excited about XRP and EOS and the darlings of the 1718 and TRX, right? Or Litecoin for that matter, right? I don't expect that. And last time, then it was, Binance IEOs for a while. And then it was NFTs and Metaverse and DeFi. It's probably some shit that doesn't even exist yet. That will probably then end up dumping to zero after it's done. Yeah. Slick Rick or DJ Quick? Well, I mean, I like DJ Quick as a producer and I like Slick Rick better as a rapper. But I do like DJ Quick as a rapper tonight. Pretty good. Yeah. Let me see what else we got here. Chili's USDT bull flag on weekly. I don't know, man. Let me 1 second. I will share my screen. I wasn't going to take chart requests, but hey, you caught me at a moment. Let's see what we got here. I don't see that. That's way, I mean, you're talking about a weekly chart here. That's way too big to be now I get the idea, but the bull flag would have probably resolved back here. It's just way too long. But the point I'm assuming you're saying is kind of the same. Let's see. I mean, either way, it's pretty bullish. Again, that's another one slamming into the 50 MA here. I mean, you'd have to wait for a break of this to even worry about it. So yeah, I mean, listen, here, let's do the thing. I'm gonna put an alarm on it. I'm gonna hit the wrong button. Let's alarm it. And we'll see one day. Enter exiting channel. Create. Cool. Oh, the other one thing I wanted to look at for you guys was Bitcoin dominance, because this scares me a little bit for altcoins. I won't say scares me because they'll probably do fine in dollar terms if Bitcoin goes up. But like, yeah, I know there's a lot going on here, but I've shared this with you guys before when it was here. And I said, listen, this is running into resistance. It's overbought. There was some bearish divergence there, right? And every time, even though Bitcoin dominance, charting it as a meme, because RSI, support, resistance, all based on people actually trading. And this is not a tradable asset. But you can see constructively that RSI, every time it's oversold, we get a big bounce in dominance. That usually means that alts suffer versus Bitcoin. And every time it goes overbought, same thing. I predicted this when it was here. This fell off a cliff, but unfortunately at that time, Bitcoin went down so hard that alts didn't really see the benefit. But we have seen some alt relief, especially with Ethereum, as this has happened. But listen, this could break down, but historically just below 40% is really like as low as dominance tends to get. So if this pumps again, you got massive bullish divergence here coming right into support. That's pretty bad for alts. On their Bitcoin pairs, if Bitcoin moons, alts will probably like stay roughly even, go up a little against USDT, but suffer against Bitcoin. But if Bitcoin dumps and dominance goes up, that's a shit show. So I would be very careful right now. That's why, listen, anything can happen. It's just a chart, but that's why I've been a bit cautious. See what you guys got. Going to UF versus Utah tomorrow, of course. It's actually pending my sick child because I need to have someone who doesn't mind I'm a bad dad. Let's not talk about it. But yes, I have season tickets to the Gators, as everybody anywhere knows. I tailgate hard. Yeah. Plans to be, hey, Zanzibar, what's up, man? I didn't even really in. What's up? Didn't even see that was you. Pizza or lasagna? Pizza, obviously. Scott, are you still hodling coins seriously underwater? Yeah. I've got like probably 100 coins that are down 90 something percent from the top, NIDGAF. 100% uptime, decentralized, cheap. What do you think about the Mt. Gox Bitcoin release for creditors? I think it's much ado about nothing. First of all, those guys were like the original gangster holders, right? So I don't think that like spontaneously they all decide to get their Bitcoin sold on the market. Also, it's going to be released slowly and in tranches. So it does not hit the market all at one time. It will be very much spaced out, and I don't think it's enough supply to rock the market. So it's not worried about anything. Stonks up would like, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And I agree with that. Yeah, I was looking at Chili's on log. I look at everything on log. Hope you're doing okay, Scott. When I look at your thumbnail from yesterday looking worn out, those thumbnails are from photos taken like 100 years ago. They're not done daily because who cares? So yeah, I'm good. Let's see what we got here. Why do women enjoy apple picking? It's the worst, especially on football Sunday. True or false? I don't really know that they enjoy it. I think they just enjoy knowing that you're not getting to watch football. It's mean. It's mean. Sorry, I'm trying to do this myself and find questions. So, what do you think of the Brave browser and Bat Token? I think it's very cool. I unfortunately use Chrome because it's the most stable with my platform here, but I use Brave privately and I like it quite a lot. What that means for the Bat Token, I don't know, but I think it's obviously encouraging that you can get paid for your privacy. That's cool. Do you do any bowling? I used to have, Emmy used to make fun of me because we carried it from place to place. Right after college, I was in a bowling league. I had a 16-pound ball drilled for my fingers. I would bowl, low 200s consistently, but now I haven't done it since. I probably can't even throw that thing. 3 weeks from now, Florida versus Tennessee. Who you got? Florida, obviously. My God. I'm only in 2 leagues this year. I usually do about like 6 or 7, but somehow they all just kind of fell apart. But I just drafted in a keeper league, 12-team keeper league, perhaps the most dominant preseason football team I've ever had in my life. And it's embarrassing. It's with a bunch of Bitcoiners. I've been in the league for 3 years. This is my 4th year. There was 1 year before I was there. I've been in the finals all 3 years and won twice. And the year I lost, I scored 190 points and my opponent scored like 250. It was the highest point total in the history of the league for me to lose. But my team this year, Russ Wilson, Cooper Kupp, Terry McLaurin, Kamara, Nick Chubb, Elijah Mitchell, Damian Pierce. It's a badass team, bro. For a 12-team league. Insane. Okay, what else we got? Can you tell me, what do you think? Is ADA a good investment? Thank you. I have nothing against ADA. I just want to see it all happen. I think that it could be a great investment. I don't know. Yeah. FYI, I'm a Gator. Fisher School of Accounting, 9091. Jeff, I had no idea. Come on down to Gainesville sometime. Did you watch the last season of Better Call Saul? I actually gave up on Better Call Saul about 2 or 3 seasons ago. Annoyed me. House of Dragons, pretty good. Happy with your Tesla? Yeah, that car fucking rocks. Yeah, it was DJ Quick. I know. Why are you mad at me for? Why are you mad that I didn't? If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. I don't even need to scroll up to know what you're talking about. What do we got? I'm trying. Any thoughts on Hedera? So actually this week, I think it's this week. Let me look. Mance Harmon, who's from Hedera, right? The co-founder. I had a podcast with him that's releasing this week. So you can hear all the thoughts on Hedera there. I think it's a very cool project. Scott, my lower back pain has returned. Is your setup a standing desk? I don't see you doing the chair twitch adjustment anymore. What do you recommend for lower back pain relief? Yeah, I don't sit anymore ever. I don't even sit in a golf cart. I walk. I try never to sit ever. I eat standing up half the time, and I don't have lower back pain anymore. But yes, I'm a standing desk. You guys remember he's mentioning I used to do this in my chair all the time. Yeah. Would you rather be able to fly or have invisibility? Fly, because people want to be invisible or creepy as fuck. What I mean, besides, like, what do you need to do with invisibility besides be like just creepy? Listen in on people's secret conversations? No, I want to fly, fly, fly. What do you think is a better long-term investment right now, stocks or crypto? Definitely crypto, right? And I'll tell you why I think that. We have a lot of precedent, actually. When we're in the depths of a bear market, Bitcoin obviously performs slightly worse than stocks, but think about the upside, right? What do you want to accumulate right now? Let's look at March 2020. I talk about this all the time, so forgive me for repeating myself. March 2020, everything was dead. COVID, markets dead. Yeah, well, if you bought stocks, you did a 2x. If you bought Bitcoin at the bottom, you did a 17x, right? Maybe more beta on the downside, but it's exponentially higher upside when we go back up. Trask QB, a future for Bucks. I don't know, but he was real fun to watch here. What about Michael Saylor and the tax evasion? I talked about it yesterday. I think it's kind of shady, to be honest, because the dude lives in Florida, man. Yeah. What do we got? I'm looking at your cats or dogs. Dogs. Come on, man. No Chargers players. I didn't get a shot at Eckler. Didn't get a shot at Allen. So, yeah, it is what it is. I do not know this app. I see you asking. Sorry. Have you ever seen a skunk ape? Is that an actual animal or some sort of NFT I should be aware of? I went to start the Lord of the Rings series last night, but as you know, I'm single parenting 2 children, one of whom is very sick. So very tired, and I passed out at 9:20, about 7 minutes after starting to watch. I said, fuck this, I'll do it another time. I turned it off, which is good because my son was playing with a goddamn backhoe and an excavator at 4:40 in the morning like it was 7 o'clock because he hates me and my sleep. But I'm a huge Lord of the Rings nerd. I even had Lord of the Rings posters in my college room, which not good for getting chicks. Huge Lord of the Rings nerd. What do we got? Best smart contract project besides Ethereum? I don't know. I'm going to just stick with Ethereum. I do sit in my Tesla. I don't have a choice when I'm driving, and I have to use like a back pad. Hey, Scott, do you think we have to go through a massive capitulation 12K before a real bull market begins? No, I don't think so. I mean, looked pretty capitulatory when we went into the 17,000s, and bottoms take a long time to form. So I think we could have bottomed, certainly possible. Which other YouTuber do you personally watch? I mean, occasionally I'll catch a show, but I don't watch anything. But that's, to be fair, I don't listen to anyone's podcast. I don't watch any of it. I pretty much like formulate my own opinions, and I don't know. Like when I started my podcast, when Blockworks, my friend Jason came to me and said, "Hey, dude, you should start a podcast." I said, "What the fuck is a podcast?" Like I'm pretty like to stay pretty detached from the news and what's going on. So I think there's amazing people, but I definitely don't like tune in regularly. Also, I don't want to get like caught. You know, I don't want to steal people's ideas on accident. Why Floridians wear hoodies? I just happened to be wearing one this morning because the AC was on. Where's Victoria? You'll have to ask Victoria. If Florida skunk ape is a Bigfoot, a possible real hominid. I've never seen one of those or Bigfoot. What do we got? What Tesla you got? My performance. I have the X. It's awesome. Fast as F. I fractured a toe last week chasing my zombie daughter. She's really got into The Walking Dead. Oh, fun. Yeah, yeah. We've been playing. I was doing lightsabers last night. Hobbit films suck balls, though, right? Yeah, they're bad. They're bad. Also, listen, the first 3 Star Wars movies are not the 1, 2, and 3. I mean, Hayden Christensen, whatever his name is, might be the worst actor that ever was allowed to grace a screen for 3 movies. Are you buying anything on a regular basis? Some Bitcoin, some ETH, but I stopped buying most things because I'm waiting to see what happens with Voyager. Why is Voyager token ripping? Because God hates us. Wolf merch. This is actually a Wolf of Wall Street's hoodie. but it's the only one in existence. Emmy had bought it for me at some point. It was sitting on my chair. I literally just threw it on because I was cold. There are some. I have started listening to a bit of the All In podcast, only because I'm working on potentially another show that's similar to that. Just 3 hosts talking about topics, and so one of the guys I'm working with was like, "You got to listen to the All In podcast. Check it out. I think they're good." How a world war will affect the stock market? I have no idea because I don't think there's going to be a world war. What causes obscure projects such as EOS to pop out of nowhere? It seems. I don't know. It's not that obscure. It was billions of dollars. But traders doing trader things. Miles on Crypto Banner going to casino with lunacy. What do you think about this meme pump? Listen, I'm not surprised. I'm happy for anyone who held and is actually getting some of their money back on Luna, but I'm not touching that shit. Yeah, I watched Kenobi. It was good. Yeah, I like The Mandalorian, kind of. I'm trying to read. Sacroiliac join issue. Google it to see. Yeah, I have an SI join issue. Scott, what's your take on how much the crypto market could go up in the next bull? Well, if I give any outrageous predictions, then the press will call me and ask. But I think massively. I don't see any reason why Bitcoin won't go into the 6 figures and Ethereum won't hit 10,000 and we won't see these massive pumps on altcoins. You just got to wait. It's always happened. It's always happened. But if you give grand predictions, you get in trouble. I'll tell you a story that happened. So I get this email on like Thursday or Friday from Business Inside, right? Who I generally have a very good relationship with. I look up the author and he's done some like definitely controversial hit pieces on people. And he's like, we're doing an article on influencers. I already stopped right there, right? He's like, and I'd like to ask you a few questions. He's like, when were you a realtor? What was that like? I was like, yeah, I got my real estate license so that I could sell my own house in Florida and save myself, 3% on the commission. And then I sold a couple houses for people. That was cool. And it was like, asked me about a DJ business I had that I was like on from. So obviously he wanted to it seemed like he was fishing to sort of like drag me through the mud. Like this former wedding DJ and realtor is now giving financial advice on the internet. Right. And I usually don't answer any of these. Emmy was like, fuck him, let him speculate. Then his next question was I see that you've promoted reference links for BitGet or like whatever bullish. He's like, a lot of people say that you that influencers tailor their content to force people to make bad trades so that they can make affiliate fees. I was like, dude, my affiliate links are literally how my sponsors track. I don't get paid on a bullish affiliate link. They're paying me as a sponsor. But either way, I was like, and if you take 5 fucking seconds to look at my content, I'm literally the antithesis of that. Like, yeah, there's influencers for better or for worse who are like, this is the trade to take. Here's my affiliate link. Go counter trade me. Put leverage on it, right? I'm like, I'm literally the dead opposite of that. So no, I don't think that like it's against the interest of my of the people watching my show for me to like share a tracking link so that the advertiser knows whether anyone's actually clicking and it's worth it. And then the next question was, he references an article. This is getting back to the whole point of this, right? Targets. He's like, last year you said that Bitcoin would have hit $100,000. You were obviously wrong. Do you think that has affected your credibility? And the quote was from an article. He shared the article, and I clarified this for him politely. I said, I would not be surprised to see Bitcoin go into 6 figures or Ethereum go into 10,000, but I do expect all-time highs again this year. Bitcoin made an all-time high again that year and didn't go to 100,000. So I said, listen, predictions are for jackasses. No, I don't think it hurt my credibility that I was a moon boy. And I said, I wouldn't be surprised. I didn't say, go leverage it with an affiliate link. So they actually, to be fair, he ended up leaving me out of the article, but I did see the article and it was exactly what I expected. It was like a hit piece on like the Moon Carl and MM Crypto and BitBoy, like this former grocery clerk. I was like, dude, I went to an Ivy League school. Leave me the fuck alone. This former taxi driver who has no experience in financial markets and has once declared bankruptcy is telling you that Bitcoin's going to $1 million. You should buy it. Whew. Yeah, you teach you how to fish. I've never bought because of something you say. But listen, man, that's the shit, You throw out like you get quoted in one article because they look at your YouTube video. And yeah, some of these influencers, you would be beyond like mind blown at how much they make on affiliate fees from exchanges. You know, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars a day. Some of them. Good for them. Yeah. And listen, I'm not mad at any of those guys, but like, it's crazy that that guy asked me those questions. Like, he did enough due diligence to like Google me and look at my past like job history, but didn't bother to watch one video. Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly right. It's like a bad Vice article. I'm glad I'm glad he left me out, man. You know, it's whatever. Where ETH going between now and merge on September 16th? I don't know. Up, down, sideways, and somewhere in between. Don't know really what's going to happen. Yeah, that guy, spack him. Whatever. Scott, when visiting Namibia, dude, I would love to come to Namibia and play golf with you, man. One day that will happen. To be clear, I'm not hating on any of those guys. I'm just saying that that's what the article was about. And clearly he was like fishing. What did he expect me to respond? You know, that's crazy. Crazy. Anyways, let me see if you guys had any other questions I might have missed. All In is actually great. I've started watching regularly instead of 10 videos of Raul Paul every week. Yeah, All In's very entertaining. It's once a week. You listen to it 2x. Maybe actually, if I can, next time I make it to the golf course, I'll be able to listen to some. Yeah, it's basically, what's your favorite token and why is it Matic? Good question, Calvin. I do love Matic. That was one of the ones, hey, financial advice. No, but the newsletter in a bull market used to be very heavy in trading, and like I was very aggressively, I guess, sharing my bullish ideas on Matic at like 5-10 cents, and people made a whole fuck ton of money. And I'm still holding a whole lot. I'm not still buying Coinbase, but that's because I've bought down here. You know, Tia or Tamara, I don't know who those people are. Who is that? Hi, Scott. Hey, you Mang. What's up, little Buddha? Are utility tokens like BNB or CRO worth putting into a long-term investment portfolio? I think so. I mean, better than most altcoins. I mean, Binance controls basically half the crypto volume, and there's actually utility to the BNB token, so I could see it. My entire Matic stack is stuck on Celsius. Part of mine is stuck on Vault. Good times. I don't know who Tia and Tamara are now. I'm questioning it. You should bring James from Invest Answers in your show. Would be a great match. I would love to have him. I don't think does he do shit? I would do that. I know James a little bit. Sure. Tell him he's invited. Holler at your boy. Yeah, having your Matic stack stuck sucks. Very big mind fuck when your coins are missing, you know? Guys, I think we're death match you and Ren, who wins? Like fighting? I don't know, man. He's scrappy. Scott, are you at peace about your ETH? Yeah, I live at peace. Tia and Tamara, twins actresses. I'm gonna look this up. Tia, Tamara. Is that a song by? So it looks like it's a song by Doja Cat. Oh, the ones from the show, Sister. I don't know. They look the same to me. I remember those girls. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say. I think I could take Rand. I think I could take most people if it's literally to the death because it's my life on the line. It's nothing to do with the person that we're talking about. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty scrappy. Once kicked a guy in the face on St. Mark's in New York City. That was cool. Yeah. Grabbed my friend's butt. My female friend. Yeah, that's cool. I would love to have Benjamin as well. How do you like his diminishing returns theory? Have not followed it, but that doesn't mean it's not good. Consider visiting Jordan one day. I have visited Jordan in about 1997. I went to Petra. Yeah. Cool. You hit a 78 yesterday. Nice. I wish I'd get yeah. BitBoy might be. I don't know, man. You never know who's gonna win. But I met BitBoy in consensus. He was very nice in person. I do not know about Vetter. I'm sorry. Dubai, I've never been to. I've never been to. I'm going to Singapore for the first time at the end of this month for Token 2049. I'm excited about that, although it's a 19.5-hour flight from New York, and I still got to get to New York. I've only skied once in my life. I would love to come ski in Utah. I skied in Aspen a couple years ago. You guys might remember I was on the chairlift and I bought Bitcoin at 6,000 at the dead ass bottom because I was like, that's the bottom. Yeah. Take the fam to Dubai. There are a few things in the world that I would enjoy less than putting my 3-year-old on a plane for like 2 days. Not happening. Not happening. Anyways, guys, I do have to go. Subscribe to the newsletter, as it says right down there. Yeah. Subscribe to it. I gotta go, honestly, I gotta go watch more Star Wars with my kid. She's like knocking on the door. It's time. It's time, guys. Thank you. I will not be here on Monday. Remember, it's Labor Day. So I will see you guys on Tuesday. Enjoy your lives because they're good. Peace.
That's dope.